Hello, Cancer. Thank you for tuning into your relationship read. For the main read, I'm using the Modern Spellcaster's Tarot by Melanie Marquis, illustrated by Scott Cunningham? Scott Murphy. Scott Murphy. I think he writes Wicca books, the one other way. Anyway. The Supportive Oracle Cards, The Magical Unicorn, Oracle Cards by Doreen Virtue, PhD. Okay, so we're going to do relationship, Cancer. Partner? Yes. Okay. Let's keep going. Alright. I am going to do some of these. Might pull out some more tarot cards after. It's kind of like a really heavy energy there, which means there might be another card, but not until it's time to pull it out. Unless I spit out what they want me to say before that. So, it could go either way. Alright, this is a relationship. Okay, so, alright, now there might be some communication. No. Something's going on. Is it you or your partner is my question. Because it feels like your partner is the one who's burdened, and you seem the one who's not able to do anything about it, and it's frustrating for you. You want to help your partner, but you can't seem to do anything, and it's really frustrating. Now, is this where we're starting? Yes. Now we got Seven of Cups with the Practice card above them. This is where they currently are. Now, it seems like they're looking at possible decisions, but they're not in a position to actually make the decision yet. It's kind of like, how do I put this? It's almost like there's travel plans. And say you want to go to the Caribbean or whatever. But it's for like 3 years out or something like that is when you're planning. And it's not out there yet. But your partner's starting to think of like what islands they want to go to, what they don't. Something like that. Something where they're considering all these options, but they're not in a position to make the choice yet. On your side, you have the Magician, which means you're trying to make something happen from this. But they're not... The situation isn't ready to go forward yet. And they seem to be going back and forth through all these options, but they're not at the spot to where they can actually make these choices. Yeah, you're standing here very supportive, like, I'm ready to go. When you're ready to go, I'm ready to go. Like, when you're ready to make these decisions, I can make them happen. Just tell me what it is. Like, I'll support you. I can do this. Like, what do you need? But they're kind of like in this limbo where like they keep going back and forth about possibilities, and I feel like, again, with the Practice right above it, they're not at a spot where they can really make the decision yet. It's not ready. It's not where they don't have enough information, or something else has to come forward, or almost like whatever they're waiting for, like it hasn't opened up to be chosen. Like, I'm trying to think of what it would be. Like, it's not available yet. They can't make the decision yet. It's just not at the point where they can do it. Now, as it goes forward, they're thinking about you, and seems to feel like they're thinking about what they want to do. They're thinking about your involvement in it, but they seem to be more quiet about it now. And you got this part where you're just kind of like, you're the Ten of Pentacles, but it's like getting along, but just kind of leaving it to them. Like, you know what, when you're ready, let me know. Although this is actually a good, supportive, happy card, I feel like it's conducive with this card, the Eight of Swords. Like, there's nothing you can do because they're not telling you what they want, so you're just letting them be. It's not, I don't know, it's not like it's a fight or anything like that problem. It's just kind of like you want to help, but you know that you can't until they make a decision, so you're just like, you're getting along. Like I don't feel like you're. I don't feel like there's discord or like you're not getting along. I feel like you are getting along, but you're kind of like partially annoyed that they're not making a decision, but also realizing they're just not ready to. And it's kind of tying your hands so you can't move forward or help make the situation go. So you're just letting it be, and I feel like you are getting along, but you're like deep down you're kind of annoyed that you can't just finish it. Because you're ready to make the plans or do what you can to support. Like I'm feeling a very supportive energy on your side. And I feel like you're getting along. Like this is what's holding the situation where it is. The hope on their side, the star card, and the three of cups on your side, they're just trying to get along. In this situation, you're just getting along. And I feel like there might be other people involved, and I feel like that might be a part of the problem and why things aren't moving forward. That might be why this is still in the arena of practice, is because there's more than one person involved. It's almost like you're one of the few couples that are going on this Caribbean vacation and just not everybody's decided where they want to go, or should we go, let's take an Alaskan cruise. No, let's take a Caribbean cruise. No, let's go to Bermuda, blah, blah, blah. Or whatever you got going on there. However many options you can find. And like this is what's holding it back. Like you're realizing there's more people that you're waiting on, and it's what's holding it back. I don't feel like there's anything you can do about this though. You just kind of have to wait it out. But your partner's very excited and they want to do this, but it's just there's so many options. And I almost feel like they're almost partly to blame for this for so many options. Like there's too many options. It's causing things to go slow. Now, I'm going to say this with this, again, too many options, because I feel like too many options and so many people involved, it's causing a bit of stress on your partner. This is on your side, but these are on your partner's side. Since it's not really moving forward, I hate to say it, but what I think is going to happen, there's too many options, and you might have to step away from it. Like this is your partner walking away from this, even though they really want this to happen. And I feel like this is also kind of matched with you with the feeling stuck because there's nothing you can do. Your partner's deciding that it's becoming too much of a hassle. But you're still getting along with him or her, whichever, and everybody else involved because you're just like going with the flow. But it is a little frustrating for you because you would have liked this to go forward too. You were trying to get it to go forward. You were trying to do everything you could to make it happen. But it hit like this stalemate going on. It just nobody could make a decision. Nobody could agree enough to move forward in one direction. So it just kind of fell. I feel like it fell apart. And I am getting that, like, the Nine of Swords here with the listen to your feelings on your partner's side. This is what makes things better. I feel like they have to let go of their original plan for everybody to be involved. I feel like they wanted everybody. They thought this was a great idea. Everybody could have a good time, but not enough people are agreeing, so it's not seeming to happen. Now, on your side, I see what's making it better. You have strength, and it's okay to be different. I feel like you're suggesting to your partner, why don't we just choose one and book it, and then if somebody wants to go where we want to go, great. If they don't, that's fine. We can still have fun either way. But if we wait too long, the opportunity is going to pass us by. Now, I'm getting in this situation, you're advising. I feel like you're not pushing the issue, you're advising it. Because it seems like your partner is pretty upset that not everybody could agree. And they have to figure out what they want to do. And I'll be honest, at the end of this, I'm not seeing anything move forward. I feel like you're fine because you're advising your partner. That share card with the sun, I'm getting again that you're advising your partner. You know what? We can still do this. We can book what we want and then put it out there. If anybody wants to join us, great. If they don't, they can do what they want. That's fine. But if we let this sit too long, it's going to pass us by. I'm getting, the last part of this is going to be the Four of Swords with the Queen of Pentacles, which tells me that you're kind of stuck. But you're waiting for your partner to make a decision. I feel like that's what's going on here. Your partner's feeling stuck with the other people involved. You're feeling stuck with your partner. You're waiting for your partner. The partner's waiting for other people. I feel like you're advising, and there's a lot of patience you have to have with this, but you might have to, like, I feel like you might just have to wait it out, or push forward the one you'd like to do. I don't think, I said that, and I got immediately that that's not going to work. I'm getting that it's okay to be different is coming up with the wish upon a star, and try something new, which means to me something else is going to happen here. There has to be a different type of resolution. There's too many people involved. And I feel like it's stressful for your partner because your partner would like to see everybody go all together. And I feel like there has to be a different way to look at this. And I'm not really seeing a way for you to resolve it, which is weird. Because there's a different way to look at this, but I'm not seeing you resolve it. I feel like you have to find out who the squeakiest wheel is, and you have to encourage them to resolve it. So I feel like if in this group of people, like all these possibilities, there's one at least who just seems to be unrelenting, but not making a decision on what they want to do either. But if you can get them to make a decision what they want to do and just build from there, I feel like that's your best chance. It feels like this is kind of like, this seems like this is a great idea. Like, especially for your partner, they have this hope that, like, everybody can, like, do whatever this is. There's some opportunity that everybody can do together. I feel like it's almost like a travel thing. Something your partner feels like everybody can do together, but everybody has to agree for it to happen. But everybody's not agreeing, and I feel like that's causing your partner a lot of stress. But it seems to be helping because that puts you in a position to, like, advise them to, like, we can do our own thing, and then other people can get involved as we want. I don't feel like that takes flight, but at least gets your partner thinking. But what really makes this move forward is the squeaky wheel in this group, whoever that is. Whoever the one is who's pretty much like my way or the highway. If you can get that person to make a decision on what they want and just see who's on board with it, I feel like it can work out. I'm definitely getting a squeaky wheel, though. I'm getting a very squeaky wheel here. Alright, so let's touch on this one last time to make sure we're on board. Your partner has a few ideas about what they want. I feel like even though there's a lot of ideas, it's the same arena. So if it's like, if it's like going on a cruise, it's just like where does the cruise, when to go on the cruise type thing. If it's like a softball team, it's like who's going to be a part of it, something. I don't know. There's some activity that involves a lot of people, but a lot of people have to agree on it for it to happen, and you're on board with your partner with it. You're very on board with it. But not everybody is agreeing, and I feel like that's the actual reason this practice card is coming up, because people aren't agreeing, and there's a lot of hashing out, a lot of left and right. Even though it says practice, I'm feeling like it's like sparring back and forth, like a practice match, because nothing is actually happening. There's no win, there's no lose, because it's just a practice match, if you follow me. And your partner has to work on it. Like, they're working on it. It's taking them a while. They're trying to make this work out, but it's not seeming. They're thinking about you. They know you're supportive. You're not giving your partner any stress about this because you're aware of what's going on. Your hands are tied, though. There's nothing you can do without somebody making a decision because you're ready to make it happen. You are ready to make it happen, but until everybody agrees or your partner, or at the very least your partner says, let's go forward with it, you can't really do it. Your partner's thinking they might have to give up on the whole situation and just walk away because it doesn't seem like people are agreeing enough for anything to happen. Another reason I'm reiterating this is because it seems like it got quite complicated. That's very stressful for them, but you're still supportive and you're trying to advise them. Like, we can do it ourselves. We don't have to wait for everybody else. We can make this happen. They don't want that. They want everybody. They want everybody involved. That's part of the whole thing for them. They want you and everybody else involved. That's what they want. That's what they're really looking forward to. So you're trying to find other. You're holding strong. You're trying to be strong for them. You're trying to find other ways around it. And the okay to be different might be to find that squeaky wheel. Whoever that squeaky wheel is in your group, whoever is like my way or the highway, that's the squeaky wheel. If you can get them to make a choice on what they want to do, and see if everybody will get along with that, that's your winning bet. Okay? Okay. So now that that's done, I felt like that got kind of complicated. But that's the relationship one. And I wanted to reiterate that because I felt like as we got through it, as it more came to the forefront, it just seemed to get more complicated. So I wanted to just reiterate that at the end, just to make sure we're all on the same page about what we're talking about. Because I feel like your partner gets a little stressed with it too. And I don't feel like it needs to be. It's just like something fun for everybody. I feel like it's a good thing. But the fact that everybody's not getting along, and I'm getting that squeaky wheel thing going on there. One person, at least, is like my way or no way. And if you can get that person to make a decision and see if everybody else can get on board with it, I feel like that's your best bet for that to actually happen. There. So set that for the 50th time. Let's do Cancer singles. Cancer singles. Cancer singles. Alright. What's going on for Cancer singles? Where does this go? Does this go here? They're telling me now. Yes. We got one like floater card out here. It's the Knight of Swords. It just doesn't feel like it's supposed to be there, so I'm not sure why I flipped it out, but I'm looking at the other things here. So I feel like you're actually taking some initiative. Is that what we're talking about? No. The other person is? The other person is. So the other person is kind of coming at you a couple times. Alright, so you have somebody coming towards you, and they're coming towards you. They've come at you in the past. They're coming towards you in the future. You're not interested. That's what I'm getting, though. Alright, so let's see here. You're coming from a spot where you're standing in the spot of Three of Swords. That's Heartbreak card. So you're standing. I feel like you're worried about this person. You're thinking this person is going to cheat on you. I wouldn't usually go forward with that, but that's the first word that comes. Like I'm feeling like that's what you're worried about. You're just feeling like this person's going to rip your heart out one way or another. It's definitely like a heartbreak card, at the very least. Being it's a general read, I want to make sure I keep that out there, but I'm thinking cheat. Cheat comes through the strongest here. You don't have a lot of faith in this person. And I feel like you're right. Because I'm seeing this in your overall energy, the Five of Cups with a definite yes. Like, whatever you're fearing from this person, I feel like you're right. I feel like you are right on the money with that. But the reason you're feeling this way is because you either seen them do this to other people or they've done it to you before. Like, you don't trust this person. I don't feel like the trust is there. This person seems to be a little bit, they seem to be blind to their own faults. And they don't seem to realize that you see them for the faults that they have. And they're just not faults you're willing to live with. You're just like, those are unacceptable. However, whether it's cheat or something else, whatever it is that you're fearing the heartbreak, you've seen them do it to other people or they've done it to you before, one of the two. And that's why. You're just seeing it happen, and you're just like, I'm not going to get involved with this. I'm not going to do it. This person has made an offer in the past. Came in quite strongly is what I'm seeing. And I don't feel like you took him up on it. Him or she, whatever, him or her. You're standing in a spot of the King of Wands. You are not getting involved, and you know what you're seeing, and you're dead set. You're like, I know what I'm seeing here, and I'm not going to do it. I feel like this reading, if this is coming to you, this is just like also reaffirming that you know what you're looking at. But I guess it's also good to know that this person seems to be relentless. I feel like this person is tied to your life in some way. Like, you've seen them in action before. It's another reason why you're not getting involved, because you've seen them in action, and you don't need this. You don't need this if you've decided. You got 2 cards in the center. These are both walking away cards. Seven of Swords is definitely taking what you can and leaving the rest behind. 6 of Swords is walking away from what you can, leaving your troubles behind, going on to new days. One's more of a salvage card than the other, but it's, to me, in this situation, it's both saying you're not seeing this work out, and you're definitely moving on. And it might be something where you have to constantly remind this person, no, I'm not interested. I'm feeling like this is a multiple times you have to tell this person, I'm not going to go out with you. I'm not going to do it. I'm not interested, but thank you. Until finally you're like, all right, no thank you. As in, I'm not thankful that you're asking me. Stop asking me. The Hierophant pops up in your future here, I'm noticing. And I feel like this person in the future comes at you again. Knight of Swords? Knight of Swords comes at you again. And I feel like this person, you are attracted to them. And that's the problem. You're at this moment where you're looking at it, like, this card is a little different for the Hierophant, but you're like, you know what? If I get involved, like, it's like, you notice in the Hierophant, he has one hand the whip, the other hand the gift. Like, you know what? If I take that gift, I'm gonna get smacked with that whip too. I'm not gonna like it. Like, for the moment I get ahead, it's gonna be that much longer that I'm behind. It's just not gonna work. I feel like you're trying to decide what you want to do. Excuse me. And you're trying to look at the situation like, I feel like this person is kind of wearing you down, and you're kind of like, I give in. I'm going to pay for it. I know I'm going to pay for it. That's where you are. You are giving it some thought, though. You are giving it some thought. The advice seems to be to not do it, to let it go, and to make it just like make the point that this is never going to happen. I'm seeing that some of you might have a moment with this person. You might give in, and there could be a pregnancy involved, just so you're aware, because I'm seeing the Queen of Pentacles in the future, and the way she's holding the pentacle, it looks a lot like a baby to me, and you're seeing the Temperance right before it. So this could result in a pregnancy, unless you're in a type of relationship where that wouldn't be possible. There's definitely something, though, where this is going to come back to haunt you in the future. That's the warning. And there's a lot of ways that could happen. So, like, this moment with this person, it's going to come back to haunt you one way or another. Because I feel like you might give in to a moment and have, like, an encounter with this person that I feel like you're going to regret. I just feel like it's going to come back to haunt you in the future. If it's not an actual pregnancy, it's something else where it comes back and it haunts you that you were not expecting it to. Because I feel like you were right. This person kind of moves on after this happens. Anything else here? Alright, so just because I did the other one, this basically is saying there's somebody coming at you that you don't want to be a part of because you see this is going to end up in heartbreak. And it's coming back really strong that you're right, but there's a moment in the future where you might give in and just have like a moment of physical pleasure possibly, or whatever. Even if it's not quite that, whatever it is that you seem to give into, it's going to bite you in the butt in the long run. It's kind of what I'm seeing. Like, there's going to be repercussions. Like, there's going to be a good time period before you see them again or have to deal with it again. This can be anything from a pregnancy to something else that they kind of transferred over to you that you did not want. It's not that a pregnancy has to be that bad, but you know what I'm saying. Something you weren't planning, but if this is a person you really don't like and you end up having a kid with them, you're kind of stuck with them for the rest of your life because they're always going to be connected with you in that sense. So there's that. Anything else? Okay. We'll wrap this up here. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, go ahead, shoot me an email, james4astral@gmail.com, james4astral@gmail.com. Thank you.